our marketing strategy will be mainly social media from Facebook and Instagram Reels. And in the age of influencers, we'll have campaigns across these platforms, making it further appeal to the public and get people talking. For healthcare professionals, this app will be marketed as a means to bring more awareness to their practices, and we shall also make use of Google Ads to create furtherance together with Google Analytics to track engagement. So our goal is not just to get people to use the app, it's to also to keep them. So you will achieve this by having surveys conducted to gauge the user experience, ensure top-class security for our users' private info, make sure the app uses less memory and loads faster for effective use, support both online and offline connections and usage, and we'll have a suggestions and complaints section for items outside of the survey agendas. So in conclusion, Truly Her has the potential to help many young women across all backgrounds with their sexual and reproductive health issues by providing them with information and on control over their bodies. So may I now present our prototype. Quickly share my screen. Okay, so this is the prototype we came up with. Currently loading. So this is going to be our vision of Truly Her. So you can press on. These are the various stages of Truly Her. And these are the contents under the app. You can find a doctor, period tracker, health and fitness, resources, daily motivations, and community. For example, if you press on find a doctor, you will enter your address here and it will take you to a list of doctors nearby. And you can press on the doctor and it will give you information on the doctor, their 5-star rating, how to make appointment, and if they're available for consultations, for example. If you want to use the health and fitness, these are the options under it, and you can go to the meal tracker and it will let you add food and even gives you healthy recipes. So we also have resources and community as well, which is basically our social media aspect of it, and daily motivation. So you can always stay positive because you just don't only care about the physical, but also the emotional and psychological. So I'll send it over to Neo so she can present our demo.
Hi guys, I'll be presenting our login page. This is our login page where you're gonna enter your Gmail address and then your password, and then when you log in, it's gonna direct you straight to page whereby you're gonna get the welcome page, then the contact us whereby you are able to connect with us regarding your technical issues. Before you can log in, you should also have an account with us. So this is our registration page where you have to register before we can interact with our app. Thank you.
So I will be presenting one of the features that will be happening on the app. So this is the period tracker. So with the period tracker, you can just pick a day and then you can add details. So this is where you pick your flow, and then this is where you pick your mood and how you're feeling. This is where you can indicate where you are feeling the pain, so head, uterus, and this is also part of the flow. And once you are done, it turns red, so you can be able to see when you started and when it ended, and it can automatically produce next predicted period. Yes.
Okay, perfect. So if there's anybody that has so if the judges have any questions, please feel free to ask, and then we'll give you a chance to answer the questions from the judges.
Does anyone have a question?
Okay. So I just want clarity. So is this an app for consultations, for booking, to access a doctor? What is
Sorry,
the
we
core
didn't get
offering?
that. There's static, so I didn't hear the question.
I'll repeat it. So I'm asking, in terms of your USP, what is the core offering? Are you offering online consultation with? Yeah. Just pass on the mic. Thank you.
Hello?
Hi, can you hear me now? Hello, Anonymous, Team Anonymous? Hello?
I'm gonna try and do it on the phone now.
Hi, Team Anonymous, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so I'm asking,
The
the core offering, is it consultations? Is it booking with the doctor? Or is it primarily an information portal?
We wanted to create a one-stop shop for everything. So the bookings is one of our offerings. So I think the core offering here will be our resources, and we want to make a partnership with the Department of Health to actually do workshops in rural areas and stuff. But we actually want them to utilize all of the options in one place instead of just them looking to different places all the time.
And then how do you plan to get access to the doctors that the patients will consult with?
Part of our marketing strategy was to be able to sell this to the doctors as a way for them to actually get it's a recognition and stuff like that. And we'll also be trying to market it on social medias to various doctors, especially young doctors who are up and coming, who are opening their practices and need the exposure.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Is there another question? Okay, if there aren't any other questions, thank you so much, Anonymous, for your presentation. Can we give them a round of applause? Okay.
Everybody, please bear in mind, we will be starting with you. Just wait for my cue.
All right. The next team that will be presenting will be Empower Her.
Cool. Empower, can you hear me? Sure. Hi, Empower. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Cool, you may start.
Okay, Umbila, are you ready?
Yeah. Good day. Today we are going to discover. Hello. Hello.
We can still hear you.
Hello, we can still.
Oh, today we are going to discover the power of innovative solutions and their might. In this presentation, we will look what FemBuddy is and does, go through potential impact, showcase our competitive advantage, discuss our sales and marketing strategy, explore future growth opportunities, and provide insights into our financial viability. Get ready to embark on a journey that unveils the transformative potential of digital innovations on people's sexual and reproductive health. Lisa, next. Lisa, okay. Our mission is to educate young women from different cultural backgrounds about menstruation, fertility, hormones, contraception, and more. And then our vision is to be the go-to app for the feminine health issues, blend cultural barriers, and blend the different cultural into one. The aim of Empower Here is to educate and provide girls and women with adequate resources to take care of their overall health. And the goal is to teach girls and women how to take care of their feminine health, things to do and things not to do to keep clean and healthy. Our competitive advantage. Our unique value proposition is centered around delivering unmatched convenience by leveraging cutting-edge technology and a deep understanding of their needs. We offer a seamless and intuitive platform that streamlines relevant educational offerings. Our model does not give modern ways of dealing with feminine health issues, but past ones as well. Our commitment to continuous innovation, cultural diversity, and inclusion ensures that our customers can find the best way to take care of themselves, making us their trusted partner in their achievements. Next, Lishe. Key features and benefits, it's easy navigation, search capability, diversification of information, and scalability and flexibility. Next. Financial performance now, currently not making money, we can change an admin fee for the inclusion of any doctor and then host paid for events, both physical and visual, as traffic increases on the app, increase an admin fee. Next. Okay. The morning after pill is not an abortion tablet It doesn't have any effect once a person is pregnant. There is no limitation as to how many times one can use it, but if you can use it more than 2 to 3 times in 1 month, it is a good idea to speak to your healthcare professional regarding a more reliable long-term contraception. Using it multiple times can also have an effect on your cycle in that you may start being more irregular. That means you actually lose track of your regular cycle. So if you need a reliable contraceptive, you should speak to your doctor. In conclusion, our journey through this presentation has highlighted the power of innovative solutions in driving success. We have explored our company's mission and vision, delved into market analysis to understand the landscape, and showcased our competitive advantage. Our innovative products and services will prove to be compelling through customer success stories, illustrating the tangible benefits we bring to our clients. Thank you. Lise. Over to you, Lise.
Thank you. So our solution was an app that will be the next cutting edge, a go-to place for women to not only express how they are feeling physically or the embarrassing parts of what to do when something happens, but we are also targeting mental health, what to do when something goes wrong in your everyday life. So we created an app called FemBuddy, and we'll be showcasing the demo right now. Okay, can everyone see the screen? Hello?
Yes, we can. I can, actually.
So we used Figma to create the prototype for the app. So the first screen will be the splash screen, which shows who we are. And the second screen will be showing us where we come from and what we're gonna do. As you continue, you'll be asked to log in if you're already a user or register if you are if you're new to the app. So when you log in, the first thing you'll see is an inviting screen where you will see webinars that are hosted by people, both professionals and people who have been through a lot or who know how to deal with things. There will also be lessons as well on what is what and how to do certain things if you don't know. So the lessons page will look something like this, where somebody will be posting what they know, the knowledge of what's going on and what is something, teaching people of all ages. We also have an AI page where we will be consulting an AI. So this will be a free feature for all to use, where you can talk to an AI and the AI won't actually know what's wrong with you, but it will give you an estimate of what might be wrong with you. So it's better to just go to a doctor. So we have another feature where you can actually talk to a real doctor. It could be it will either be a paid doctor or a pro bono doctor. So we are still waiting on our options there, but the doctors will be available for different people. So you can search on either your symptoms or you can search on a doctor you would like for you you would like to talk to. So So you can do research on the doctor before you actually click on them or book them. You can read on what they have done, how many patients they have, they've seen, how many reviews they have. You can schedule a time and a date where you can talk to them, and then it will be on your profile page that you have certain things you have to go to, and then you can either chat with the doctor or do an online video call. Thank you. That's all we have for today.
All right. Do the judges have questions for Empower Her?
Can I just explain the financial model?
Can you guys hear us?
That's what I'll ask.
Ate, can you maybe just explain the financial model?
Please repeat.
Can you please explain the financial model again?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. To actually consult with the different users to just give them a brief understanding of what they might have. We're not saying that the AI is the doctor. It's going to be a free program for everyone to use. But as time goes, so how we're going to make money is we're going to use it for ads and sponsorships, as well as charge for medical consultations. So we will have either pro bono doctors or have paid doctors to come in and consult with you.
Yeah, he's not here at the moment.
Do you have the Discord mic on?
Say again?
Is your Discord still on?
Yeah.
Okay, we have a question. Yeah.
Guys, can you hear me? So the question is, where is their competitive advantage to other apps presented today? What is their unique feature?
Okay, some of my
Okay.
colleagues would like to say more, but the idea was the unique prospect of our app will be that we are going to not only teach, but we're going to add, okay, how do I explain this? Spirit, would you like to explain this while I gather my thoughts? Thank you. Okay, so we will not only be teaching people of all ages how to take care of themselves or what might be wrong or how to do something. The advantage of us is we're gonna modelize everything. We're gonna put it in one app. Everything that people are breaking down into different apps, we're putting it in one place for everyone to use. From learning to hosting your own what do you call it? To hosting your own events and as well as teaching people how to do this. You can advertise your business if you have a business that will be targeting women health only. So we're not only helping people with their own businesses, but we're going to be helping people learn more about themselves and all that.
Any other questions? We will be saying thank you to Empower Her for their lovely presentation. Can we give them a round of applause?
Thank you, guys. They're giving you a hand of applause.
All right. Then
Thank you so much.
the next group to present is Robotex. Can we give them a round of applause?
Is that our name?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Share the PowerPoint, Ricardo.
Our team is Robotech, and we will be presenting to you our app. Oh, I see people still joining. Are we ready for me? So our team is Robotex, and we will be presenting to you our MyTrip application. Okay, is everybody here that needs to be here? Can I start presenting?
Yes, Cindy, I think I can go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So our team is Robotex, and we will be presenting to you our MyTrip application. So our MyTrip application uses a questionnaire where we want to elicit from the user different aspects about them, their body type, their smoking habits, and other things to know what type of contraceptive would work well for them. And we also help them keep track on their menstrual cycle. So we want them to be able to say, I know what my last period cycle was, when my last period cycle was, and how long my period cycle is. So help me keep track on whenever my period is coming, and to also say, if I do not have sanitary pads with me on hand at the time, I can look through the app and say, navigate to places where I can find stations to collect free sanitary pads that I don't have to pay for. So for people who use social media a lot, we plan to make sure that they can see the mind trip on social media by always advertising, like sending out. We're always going to be sending out promo posts, and also
Cynthia, still with us?
I'm sorry, it's lagging on my side. Pumelele, I'm sorry, can you take over for me?
No problem. So what Cindy was explaining is how we would use social media as a platform in order to advertise, and that would be on the social media platforms that young people do actually use, your Instagram, your Facebook, your YouTube, your YouTube Shorts, and we will target influencers able to advertise on their platforms. And also, going forward, our USP is that we will be a platform that allows these brands, your Always, your Stay Free, and all other sanitary towel brands to use our platform in order to advertise their product. And that is how we are going to generate a sustainable income. That is how we will generate revenue over the long run, to be able to maintain the app, to be able to improve it even in the long run. Okay. We will now go on to the demo.
Right, no problem. I'll take over from there. Thank you. And I hope I'm audible to everyone. My name is Ricardo from Robotics, and I'm going to be taking you guys through our presentation, our product actually. I hope you guys can see my screen still. So immediately when you get to our app, you get to this home page where you're going to be having tips about contraceptives really, or your menstruation cycles. And then on top there is a calendar where if you log in either your cycles or your contraceptive date, then you're going to start to see reminders. You're going to get reminders when those days, maybe if you need to change, if you need to get another shot, maybe for contraceptive, it's coming soon. Or maybe if your cycles are coming soon, you're going to get those reminders, and where you can get the pads around you. And then at the bottom, we have a bottom navigation bar where if you go in there, you're going to see the two things to either track your cycle or get a contraceptive. When you go in to get a contraceptive, you're going to be seeing two options, recommendations and explore options. So in explore options, you're going to see all types of contraceptive pills, not contraceptive pills, contraceptive methods that are there. And on each you can click just to get more info about it, the effectiveness, how often you have to take it, and the side effects. And then also maybe let's say you go to implants, you're gonna see all the side effects, implants, effectiveness. And then maybe let's say you decide that, okay, you want a patch. You can add this to your calendar at the bottom here. And then you just click on add to your calendar, and then the contraception is added to your calendar. So now when you go back maybe to my home page, you're gonna now see that reminder alert that, hey, you have contraception coming into 3 weeks, so you need to be changing that. And then also at the bottom there's a button that will help you navigate to where you can get that around you. And then at the end, at the bottom of the screen on my bottom navigation app, there's a forum where you can learn and answer other people. If maybe you have experience with a certain contraceptive, you can tell them your experience with it, answer someone, you can join the forum, and you can see other people's replies, what they said about a certain contraceptive. And then also maybe if we go back to cycle, unfortunately we did not have enough time to finish this feature, but our recommendation is where you answer questions like, so do you want a joint contraceptive Are you scared of needles? Do you want it to be permanent or short term? Do you want it to? So the more you answer those questions, we filter down the contraceptions that you can have based on your questionnaires. And then after that, we're going to present to you a recommended contraception, and then also the effects that, okay, it has this effects, and then it's going to be added to your calendar if that's what you want. Yes, and that is our app. Thank you so much. And now we can take the questions.
Do we have questions?
Shall I put it in the chat? Yes. Can I hear on the mic?
No.
Put it in the chat then. We need to put it in the Teams chat. In the robotic team chats. This one Teams I
I don't know if there's a question. We can't hear. I can't hear anything from my side.
What is your financial model?
Hi, thank you for the question. Will you please elaborate when you say financial model? I just want to make sure I'm answering you correctly. Is that the financial breakdown or the costs attached to actually making the app? Is that what you're asking?
How will you make money with your application and your solution?
Okay. So what our app will do is that it will allow these brands, these clinics, women's health centers to be able to advertise on our platform. And that is how we will gain sponsorship, as this will draw them customers through our platform. This will draw them consumers to be able to purchase their brand. They'll be able to market their product through our platform. Also, we will have in-app advertisements of different clinics, different centers, and that's how we will generate the income.
Is that all for questions?
There's another one. So can I say to you, can they hear you? No, they can't hear me.
So how will you ensure that the people that are sharing the knowledge in one of your forums or in your app will actually share correct information and not disinformation?
So the idea behind that was that if we could have an anonymous person or a person who isn't, if those, post and answer, if those answers could be reviewed by the experts before they actually post it out to the public, that would be of great help. That was the idea.
All right. We will be saying thank you to Robotex. And if you can give a round of applause. The next team to present will be Hair Health Hackers, if they can get ready.
Hello? Audible? Hello, Hackers. Are you guys ready? Yes, we can then. Okay, please may you start your presentation. Thank you very much. Okay. Please give me a second. And there we are. Let me share my screen. Okay, I hope you're able to see my screen. Yes. Okay. Okay, perfect. So We are health hackers, and we are here to present the hair health application. So, what is the hair health application basically? So, with the hair health application, well, the idea came up when we were actually trying to find the idea, and it was like, okay, all the applications out there, they already exist. Your tracking of periods, tracking pregnancy, tracking menstruations is concerning it, it's already out there. So, but the issue that we faced while we were busy looking for these applications is that it was hard to find those applications wherever they were, because there is no application out there which is a central application of tracking a woman's health, right? So we decided to come up with an idea whereby we're gonna centralize everything, right? So from your women's tracking to your periods, the ovulation, and your pregnancy, right? This seemed like a lot of features when we were looking at it, so we took a bit of a different approach to it, and I will be taking you guys through our features and how we're approaching it. So why the hair health? So when I was thinking about this, it was like, you have to come up with a new idea for hackathons, but we were like, maybe we should just upgrade to what already is. So our selling point for our application is that we are bringing a central application for a woman's health, to tracking everything that they go through, so that they don't have to keep switching between applications to get information, to track their health, to track their periods or anything, basically. And we give them access and information to, well, everything. But I'm going to explain it some more, right? So another second selling point that we have come up with is that our application focuses on culture, the age, and personal oriented approach. Most of the applications out there currently is that they recommend to the general women of what women need, but then women in different cultures need to be catered differently. Women in different ages need to be catered differently. When a woman is pregnant at the age of 17, and a woman who's pregnant at the age of 56 should not be given the same recommendations on how their health should be handled anyway. So continuing on, so these are our software, right? So the first few features that you can see there, those are the basic features of which you find in any applications. All the applications have them. Your fertility, your pregnancy tracking, most applications can already do that, right? So what we have added to it is just a bit of small things, of which contains hormonal imbalances, right? So we never think to actually track to say exactly how are you feeling right now. Women sometimes go to the clinic to say, I think I might be sick, I think I might be going through this, but actually it's just a change in their body, a stage of change in. And you find, I remember my little sister when she went to her period, she was like, what's happening? What's happening? I was like, hey, relax. It's just your hormones are changing currently, and this is the next stage of which you are going to. So this can.
Sorry to cut you off, but you guys aren't trying, you need to switch your slides, we can't see it. And also please bear in mind, you only have right now, say maybe 3 minutes left of your presentation. Use your time wisely, and just make sure you guys are consistent with your slides, Thank you.
Okay, so are you able to see my presentation? So are you able to see my presentation?
Yes, but it's not in presentation.
Oh, okay, thank you.
It's in the slide mode, not the presentation mode.
Oh, my apologies for that, but can I continue just for information's sake and time's sake? Okay, so moving on, these are our non-functional features which we are bringing to say our application will be multilingual support. It's gonna have cultural sensitive content, and we're gonna customize the content according to the user data of which we are getting from the users. And we have decided that we want to make all the content to be culturally inclusive, such that we are able to depict pictures of.
Right? It seems like your slide deck is coming up presentation mode, and then it goes back to the same slide.
The slide, please.
Okay, on this. Oh,
The
okay.
slide,
Yes.
in the slide mode.
Okay,
Yes, exactly, yes, yes. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, I jumped a couple of things. Okay, for our non-functional features, to accommodate the challenges women face, we've decided we want to make our application to support different languages, to have culturally sensitive content to different users, as I will show you how we actually get that data. So we want our content to be inclusive to all the cultures and sensitive to different religions, right? So according to the information of which we will collect from the users, as I will show. So it will have collaboration with community organizations, especially organizations which we often see on the streets trying to reach out to people. Those are already NPOs trying to do that, but we're gonna help increase their outreach to reach more women, right? And then this is just a basic structure of how we plan to develop our application. One thing I'd like to highlight mostly is the third-party applications. So seeing that our application has a lot of features and most of them are already in existence. So we've decided to collaborate with third-party applications which already exist, such that when, let's say a woman is pregnant and they log it in our application, we will automatically install an app like Flow, which will help them go through their pregnancy stages fully, right? So moving on to the next slide, our marketing. So with marketing, we've decided to go with in-app adverts, such as your Instagram. You can see when you're scrolling on Instagram, you have in-app adverts. And then we want to collaborate with health institutions so that they help us put the applications out there. And then in terms of finance, we know EPF has got our back. But besides that, we also have premium features such as diagnosis and life tracking. So those will be paying for most of our development, right? And because of time, I'm just going to jump ahead and show you our design, so of what we actually plan to build. So what we plan to make is that first of all, this is our application where you will be logging in. Lord, why when I'm presenting? Okay, this is our application. So when you get, you welcome, and then you register, and then our health app. So first thing we do is that we prioritize.
I cannot see your demo.
Oh, Lord, what's wrong with this? Okay, let me just quickly check. My screen is sharing.
Is it not?
Okay, share screen again. Can I please just share the screen again? Okay, are you able to see my demo?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Thank you. And then this is our prototype of what we plan to build. So this is our hair application. Users will be able to register first and foremost. But then when you come into the application, one thing we prioritize is data collection to understand where are you from, the ethnic group, the culture you're from, any particular practices that we might need to pay attention to. Any previous medical issues that you might be exposed to. Do you have any health preferences such as culture, religion? And if so, which ones exactly do you prefer? And then do you have any preferences in healthcare professionals? Other people prefer to go to hospitals, to private. So we try to cater for most of anything that women actually go through. So yes, and then our multi-language, so we also collect to say in which language do you actually want to use our app in. And the latest feature is that we allow users to actually, this also helps us to reach more people and get more users on our application. Our main page, we plan to have an overview of what the woman is currently going through, such as their body temperature, their mood. And then when you go through, also we have a menu which covers the menstruation, fertility, and menstruation, right? So with those applications, with those features, what happens is you get more information, and then you're also able to get access to third-party applications, which will help you track that particular issue, such as menstruation, fertility, and pregnancy when you're going through it. And for time's sake, I've eaten most of my time, so I'm just gonna cut my presentation right here. Thank you.
Okay, in the same spirit of conserving time, we'll take just one question for the group.
That was my presentation. I'm done now.
Are all the judges good for the questions? Okay, so we will say thank you to Hair Health Hackers, and the next team is Femtech Innovations. Let's just give everyone a round of applause.
Michaela, I can see you're talking.
Thank you, guys. There was no questions. We're moving on to the next team.
Next team is yeah, that's the one. Correct. So move to Femtech Innovations. I'm move there now. Okay, Femtech Innovations.
Like maybe to you via WhatsApp.
Okay, do you
The phone that I'm using is incompatible with Discord, so I don't know why.
Hi, good afternoon.
You guys will be starting your presentation now. Please have your presentation and your demo ready.
Okay, we are getting that ready for you quick.
Cool. Thank you very much. We will join your stream.
Stream, or are they going to join us? Mike, do they join us?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, you taking care of them, changing presentations. Thank you, Mike. I'm just going to talk.
Okay, I think Pastor is getting the demo ready. I've got the presentation up so that you can do the talk.
Cool, thank you.
We'll be joining your stream shortly, and then we'll be joining, if anyone is presenting anything else, we'll just join their stream from our side. But we can't see everything.
Okay, I just want to check and you'll see the presentation that I'm sharing.
Yes.
Yes. You guys can start.
Okay, Mike, you ready? Hi, everybody. This is our
Yes, please
presentation
begin.
from. Sorry?
You may start.
I did. Sorry. Okay. Hello, everybody. This is a presentation from Femtech Innovations. In this presentation, we will be exploring the importance of reproductive health education in underprivileged communities and how it can empower individuals to make informed decisions about their health and well-being. These communities often lack access to comprehensive reproductive health information and services. Limited education, cultural barriers, and inadequate resources contribute to the existing gap in knowledge and awareness. Addressing these challenges is crucial to promote reproductive health equity. Our website and planned app are dedicated to bridging the gap in reproductive health education for these communities. The comprehensive website will serve as a centralized hub. We provide culturally sensitive resources that respect the diverse beliefs and norms of the communities we serve. Looking forward, our future app will leverage AI technology, ensuring personalized and accessible reproductive health education for our target market anytime and anywhere. Embracing the mobile-first approach empowers diverse individuals with knowledge for informed reproductive health decisions, meeting them where they are in this new era of information access. When considering these statistics comparing cell phone and computer usage, it's clear that the shift towards mobile devices has revolutionized the way people access information. Our user-friendly app would revolutionize reproductive health education by reaching a wider audience, providing convenient access to the vital information. Our approach is centered around the belief that knowledge is power. By incorporating interactive 3D pictures, we engage individuals and enhance their understanding of complex concepts. Our AI-powered chatbot serves as a trusted advisor, providing personalized advice and answering questions on reproductive health. Moreover, it has the capability to refer users to trained professionals when additional support is required. In a world fueled by collaboration and powered by technology, we have the opportunity to rewrite the narrative for these communities. By forging dynamic partnerships between change makers, innovative NGOs, and visionary tech leaders, we can co-create transformative reproductive health education programs. Through the fusion of cutting-edge technology and emphatic human touch, we empower individuals with life-changing knowledge, nurturing a future where every person, regardless of their background, can unlock their full potential. In conclusion, our quest for equality and inclusivity in our quest, recognize the immense value of building a dedicated to reach the proper target market. By leveraging the power of AI and future technologies, we can provide personalized, accessible, and culturally sensitive information. Together, we can pave a future where everyone can make informed choices and lead healthier, empowered lives. Next, we will have Tato on how we will implement it through our demo.
Right, okay, so here's my homepage. This is the first screen that the user will see when after they log in. Then they'll click to learn more. And then after learn more, they'll be presented with these 4 topics, depending on what they want to know. So there's fertility, contraceptions, hormones, and menstruation. Let's say they want to know about menstruation, they go to menstruation. Then here on the menstruation topic page, they'll see everything they need to learn about menstruation. So that's just the 2 of them. All right.
Yeah, so in conclusion, we were aiming to make a website or web-based app where you can view 3D models of the different processes of the reproductive system. Unfortunately, we weren't able to implement all the features that we intended to, so we placed these YouTube videos here as a stand-in the meantime. Hopefully in future, those would be replaced with interactive 3D models showing the various reproductive processes.
All right. Thank you to.
Can we ask questions?
Yes.
You said you wanted to use an AI-powered chatbot. What technology are you planning to use? The thing is that using AI for healthcare advice, this is a very, very, very problematic issue. it doesn't really work. Let's say like this. How do you plan to do this?
Okay, so for one, we could maybe try using a chatbot. You know, for example, Dialogflow.
I was trying to mute myself. Yes, but this it has nothing to do with AI. Normal chatbot. I mean, which are the ones that work for healthcare because they're like validated. They know what they are. I mean, some persons already know the answers to the questions, and then so it makes a flow and answers the question. But it's a flow and answers the question. But using AI for it, well, thank you. What's just a question?
If I can answer, if anybody minds.
Yes, you can go ahead.
So the idea behind the AI chatbots is to provide basic guidance and not in-depth knowledge, which is why as soon as the AI model reaches any ground where it is untrained, it then refers you to your nearest health professional that can help you with a proper professional diagnosis. We've all heard of Dr. Google. So essentially, in this way, we can make sure that the information being received is factual and fact-checked. And it is also just general baseline things that you can find on any website that you Google for information. Nothing in depth. The minute it gets in depth beyond the AI's trained scope of language, it then refers you to the nearest professional. And as someone who is currently a student programmer with a fascination in AI, it is possible to handle the data with care and consistently monitor and improve the chatbot so that it does work for you. AI is ever changing, and if manipulated to be used ethically, I personally think it can happen. I'm sorry for the overly long explanation.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Thank you, guys. We are going to move on to the next presentation.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. So let's give it up for Femtech Innovations. Thank you. The next group is Elite Bug Hunters.
Good afternoon, everyone. We, as the Elite Bug Hunters, have created both a web and mobile app called Ella. which stands for Empowering Ladies Through Learning, Awareness, and Health. We are a team of 6 people, and we are women-led. With the problem statement given and additional research we did, we realized that there's a high teenage pregnancy, HIV prevalence, gender-based violence, NCD mortality in women, femicide. And so we provide a solution. A solution is an application that comprises of the following: an information hub that has a collection of articles, blogs, and educational content in the form of videos, a calendar tracker for tracking periods, skills and feedback from medical health professionals, a locator for safety and health facilities that are close to your vicinity, professional services, material, and quiz taking. Our solution is built to be scalable across the market with the following figures, aiming to target between women aged between 15 and 54. Our sales acquisition channels are affiliate marketing, premium offers and Ella credits, referrals and others, as well as organic growth. Our revenue channels are subscriptions, grants and donations, demand purchases, medical aid claims, and Ella credits. So the business model in the app category, which comprises of professional, customer app, corporate portal, and marketplace, with the following conversion rates. Our revenue projections based on grants and claims, subscriptions, partnerships from the year 2024 to 2027 would look something like this. And these data points and information are taken from market trends as well as additional research done between the years 2023 and 2027. We'll now go straight into the demo as we're demoing our web application as well as our mobile application. So, user has installed our application. They'll be faced with the sign in and sign up prompt. Once a user has signed in, they'll be faced with the home screen. Then I will explore let's go through information center or information hub. Users will be able to search according to what videos they're looking for or information they're looking for, and they'll be provided with data, which will be scraped from our common used sites like YouTube. So we'll have information in the form of videos as well as articles. So that's your written information. We'll now explore find areas. Users will be able to find the safest health facilities as well as emergency facilities, and this will be based off of a geolocation. So they'll be able to allow Google to access their location, and they'll be provided with health facilities as well as facilities anywhere. We also have a Remind Me feature, which allows users to log on and mention what programs they're on or pills they need to take, as well as schedule for a reminder, which will be in the form of push notifications. They'll be able to set a reminder, and the reminder will be set for them or in their profile. We also have a community hub, Women to Women Talk, where women will be advising each other as well as health professionals that can come in. And I'll show you how people or the women in the site can specify when they need help from professionals. Example, we'll have someone who can upload whatever script or image they want the other women in the app to see. And in this case, I will name it health, or I'll put it under, I'll categorize it as health, and I will begin the chat. So people will be able to collaborate, or women will be able to give advice, share their opinions via this community hub. We also allow for tracking of menstrual cycle. Users will be able to customize and personalize this page or screen according to their dates, as well as information on how the menstrual cycle works and what it is. This is to better understand the body and prevent any uncertainties. We also encourage fun learning, so we'll have videos. We will have videos in the form of or quizzes in the form of videos, followed by questionnaires and question and answers in a unified manner to make learning fun. And this is how we encourage and motivate them in our application. All our other features that we can with from the app. Thank you. May you please join Mrs. Hannah.
Okay, I will be demoing our mobile application. So as mentioned before, we have a mobile application for any users who might not have computers or PCs, so they can use this app. It's available. We have two panes. Yeah, so for medical practitioners, they can subscribe in order to access features. The subscriptions, we have two plans. There's 110 per month, and there's 1,000 per year. So once there's the medical professionals subscribe, they'll be able to reach any patients through the app. So going on to the user side, so when users go in, they'll be able to view the app, and they will go into our login. So as soon as they log in, they will be led into this home page. So in this home page, they can find various information such as the closest pharmacies, where they can find the closest pharmacies, of course. And they can track their period, such as in the web. And they can view the information center where they can get any information that they need. And we also have a chatbot. So this chatbot will help them to ask any questions they will ask them. And the chatbot uses a chat GPT SDK, so like it's easier for us to have this embedded application. So you can ask any questions that you want, and the chatbot will respond in quick time. So that's it for our mobile application. We also implemented a backend. Would you like to view it? And if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Are there any questions?
Yeah, hi. Do you have this feature of that people chat among themselves, or users chat among themselves in cases of domestic violence and so on, which I consider that would be a great growth factor for people using your app. However, again, in order to use this properly, then my guess is that people would like to be, females would like to talk to other females. How would you be guaranteeing that you know that the users of your app are the users that they are? Thank you.
So we could include this in our sign up process. As we all know, SA has a 13-digit ID number, what number that indicates whether you are male or female, in fifth number, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. So we'll be able to validate that a person is female when onboarding members onto our system.
I couldn't get it. Say it again, please.
So in SA, the ID number is comprised of 13 digits, and if I'm not mistaken, it's the fifth digit that indicates whether a person is male or female. So during our onboarding, which is our sign up, we'll be able to validate whether a person is female indeed before they are logged on. When posting on our community center, you'll be able to post as anonymous, or post your post or content with your real name. So it will be up to you.
Okay, get it. Thank you. Very interesting.
Can I just ask a question? Since you mentioned that you will track the individual when they come back, will this journey be personalized? And if it is, how are you going to do it? And if it's not, is that something you'd consider?
Yes, we will definitely personalize it, because as much this app is also centered on health, and as much as the cycles and etc, everything will depend on the person themselves. So yes, we will personalize. We will personalize by storing your data. So when you enter your, or when you personalize or customize your example tracker, menstrual cycle tracker, we'll be able to store those details against your name, so in our database, and we do have a database set up if you would like to look at it. Yeah, and we'll propose things. If that makes sense.
Now we are going to move on to the next team and presentation.
Thank you.
All right. Let's give it up for our online participants. If we can have the teams here ready, we will start with Tech Titans.
So the online one. I was taking online. There's another one online? Oh. It's fine. After this one, we'll go back to taking and incorporate.
That's what I was describing. That's what.
Greetings once again. Hopefully this time won't encounter any problems. So a lot of time has passed, and yes, I still don't have a joke. So we are Tech Titans, empowering women one fact at a time. My name is Hayley, and the challenge that we focused on is finding innovative ways to educate women from different backgrounds, from different cultural backgrounds, about hormones, fertility, menstruation, and contraceptives. So the problem that we have globally is that there's limited information about women's sexual reproductive health, and there are worryingly high statistics about pregnancies from the ages of 12 to 19. And that the other problem is that parents are unable or are avoiding the topic about sexual reproductive health or sex in general. And the last problem is that there's a lot of judgment faced by young women when they want to acquire more knowledge about their bodies or about contraceptives. So these are mostly problems that young women, or these are questions that young women ask and are unable to find answers, such as how to track their cycles. They have so many questions, but are scared to ask their parents because it is not a safe space in their home, or that their parents don't initiate those type of taboo topics. And some people or some girls avoid going to clinics because they're scared that when they go seek contraceptives, the nurses will go tell their parents that they are being sexually active, and they're just scared to be outcast or getting lectures and stuff like that. So these are the statistics. 1 in 4 women fall pregnant before the age of 20. Over 90,000 children over 90,000 children between the ages of 10 and 19 fell pregnant during lockdown alone, and those are very high pregnancies. And if you know how scary and difficult pregnancy is, it is very mind-blowing. And we have 1,000 unintended pregnancies that occur within children that are less than 14 years old. And considering how scary pregnancy is, imagine such young kids going through all of that. So these are the common myths around sexual reproductive health, such as women thinking that it is okay or it is safe to use the same sanitary product the whole day, thinking that puberty only begins at the age of 30, and then being told or being taught that birth control methods make you gain weight. And this is a myth that makes women try to avoid contraceptives, and which leads to high rates of pregnancies, and that contraceptives cause infertility. So our solution is our app, which is called Right Start. So we created this app in order to debunk all these dangerous myths and to give factual information that is validated. We also have a WhatsApp chatbot called ReproBot to make accessibility wide and to overcome challenges such as not having enough data, and to reach all areas and stuff like that. And then we aim for global reach by means of various social media platforms. And the repro bot will be useful in that because a lot of people use WhatsApp and it is easy to navigate. So so young women that have guardians that are older and stuff like that can then use the WhatsApp instead of downloading an app that may be confusing to them. And then we want to accommodate large volumes because puberty won't stop now, or will women stop having periods anytime soon? Because the population is a lot and it is yet to keep rising due to the high statistics of pregnancies. And then the impact that we want to have or we hope to achieve is to increase awareness about sexual reproductive health, to have more to increase accessibility and for job creation. Because if our app man is able to do what it hopes to do, then we're hoping that it will last long term and create more jobs as it is accommodating more users. And we want to reduce underage and unintended pregnancies. And mainly, we want to debunk all those dangerous myths that lead to women falling pregnant just because they don't have accredited information, or do they have sources to validate all the things that they hear from society. We also want to reduce the shame around sexual reproductive health. There's a lot of shame and stigma around all of that. And that leads to us not having enough information and not knowing where to find that information. So we want our app to be a safe space where you can find information without being judged and without being made to feel like you are too forward or rushing to have sex. We want to raise awareness about factors that cause infertility. Infertility is also one of those topics that is not branched into a whole lot of times, and we really don't know what causes it or how our lifestyle and our health, our diet, in fact, impacts our fertility. So we just want to add more information on that. We have a very structured business model that has everything, but due to time constraints, I can't really go into it. But we already have the key factors about how to generate revenue, how to cut costs, and which partners to partner with, and everything. And then this is our app that I'll hand over to my colleague to take over from here. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. Please bear with me with the nervousness. All right, this is our app, right? Start. You can start it. So this is the welcome page. So we offer, no, go back, it's complete. Just wait. Sorry. Okay, that's the welcome page. Sorry about that. You can have an option of choosing different languages. Then we have our sign-in page. You can enter your email and log in for existing users as well. Then we have many tabs. We cater for various ages from 8 to 12 because we found out that kids start their periods from the age of 8. Then the interface, we have some slides that will explain how they can use sanitary pads, for example. And then we also have a slot where kids can play a game. We call it fact or fiction. The game will have like a few questions and then they'll just press whether it's fact or fiction, and then it will produce results and tell them whether they're correct or not. Then we have surface level information that can explain to the kids what's going on with their bodies and etc. As you can see, we have explanation on how to use products. Then this is the game that we want to include in our app. Fact or fiction, yes. It's a bit self-explanatory. Then you get a quiz result. Then the next feature, we have our parents section. This section will be available for parents to use if they need help to explain the changes, because it's a difficult topic for parents to bring up to their kids. There are articles that they can refer to and advice on how to start the conversation with their kids. And then we also have a section for the 14-year-olds. Then we have the link for our WhatsApp bot on the app. We also have our link online when we're advertising on Instagram, on TikTok, on various platforms. Then this is the WhatsApp bot. Excuse me. Yes, you can eat. So the WhatsApp bot, basically, you will prompt it by saying, "Hey, ReproBot," then it will respond to you. Then you can ask a question. Then it will produce a result where it will explain whatever you needed, whatever you asked for. And we will implement a system where we can verify the information that the bot will produce.
Guys, can you put it on full screen, please? It's very difficult to see.
Sorry, the full screen was giving us problems. So. It is currently working, so if you'd like to test out, you can just have a word with me. Let's just see if it will work. Okay, yeah, there we go. There we go, just produced 5 facts. Then it will refer you to a healthcare provider to ask for a method that will suit your needs. And then just to explain, with the first app, the Right Start, we used Visual Studio Code and React to program it. And then with the WhatsApp bot, we use Visual Studio Code, JavaScript. And then in terms of security and back end and front end we plan to use React. And then back end we plan to use Python because it is very easy to use. You can collaborate with different people while using the programming language, and it's more secure. All right, I think I can end it off there. If there's any questions, can you please present them to us?
I'll speak up. Okay. You guys had a really interesting aspect, which I've been wondering about all the other apps. The parents. Yes. You said you'd be talking to the parents. So do they then have to also join the app and navigate normally, or do you have a portal for the app? What does that look like? And then linked to that, 8-year-olds, 12-year-olds can't give a cent. So how do you now provide them upon health information without their parents' consent? So have you thought about the consent question?
Yes. Okay, with the parent side, we do have a platform for them. Because like we know that with adults it's difficult to have these talks and they don't have the information. So we have that section where it will explain everything they need to know as to like how to address the issue with their child, how to approach it, and also with the some of them have the old myths in their mind, so they'll just upgrade their knowledge with the section that we have on the app. And then with the kids, nowadays, like from experience, we have 8-year-olds that have their own phones and they're doing whatever they want right now. So I am not really sure about that question. But yeah.
And to add on to that, we're not going into full into full detail with the 8-year or the 8 to the 12-year-olds, just giving them a basic surface level, just to give them a bit of introduction. Because getting your first period is scary, especially when you have no knowledge. Because you're literally wondering, why am I bleeding? Am I dying?
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to do. So we don't want to go too deep, but we just want them to know when that happens, oh, this is what is happening. It's not a health issue or anything like that.
Also competitive advantage. So yeah. Yes. Competitive advantage. So
But what I also want to say is sometimes you forget that sexual rights doesn't always mean educating about penis going into a vagina.
yes, I understand.
There's other things that you can teach an 8-year-old that has nothing to do with body organs and stuff like
Yes,
that.
yes.
To learn to say no,
Yes.
and to have personal space and respect. Those are the things that I think this country needs more than anything.
Yes, that will be implemented as well in the app. Yes. Are there any other? Yes.
You did have time to go into your marketing financial. Do you want to give me
Really?
the sentences of how that's going to be sustainable and where revenue streams?
Sure. Okay. She's the expert with that, but just 2 points. We're looking into sponsors. So we're looking to partner up with Bayer, wink, wink. And then also and also UJ, because UJ has been actively involved in these type of initiatives. We still need to go and pitch our idea, of course. Then there are also other companies that we did research on, but I'll hand over to my colleague who has information of our business model. Thank you.
So starting with marketing. So our channels include app stores. And then in those app stores, we would distribute the app through mobile apps stores to reach a wide audience. And then we considered also digital marketing. In digital marketing space, we want to utilize online marketing channels such as social media, search engine optimization, and targeted advertising to promote the app. And then when it comes to partnerships, we want to leverage partnerships with schools, healthcare organizations, and NGOs to reach potential users. And then word of mouth, encourage satisfied users to share their experience and recommend the app to others. And then going to our revenue streams, we thought about app subscriptions, offer a subscription model with different tiers. When we talk about different tiers, we talk about freemium, which is free, and then the other one is premium. Which has additional features and access to exclusive content. I'm sorry, I'm nervous. Then we have an in-app purchase, provide optional in-app purchases for premium content with additional games or consultation packages. And then we have sponsored content, which is to collaborate with reputable brands and organizations to create sponsored educational content or feature their products. And then the last one was to explore partnerships and licensing agreements with schools, educational institutions, and healthcare organizations for integrations. That was it. Thank you.
Any more questions or we sit? Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, all right. If we can have fam code start to get ready.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Are we still alive?
Okay.
Good day to our sponsors, fellow hackathon members, and also, sorry, am I too loud? And also to our panelists. We are here as FemCode to present to you our Wasadi system solution. So, what is the problem that, guys, I'm so sorry, let me keep it here. Yeah. What is the problem that we have noticed in our communities? The lack of information about female sexual health and needs. So, we have devised a system in which to breach all of those problems and solve them in our communities and our households alike. So, the content in which we are going to be touching on is our overview, objectives, sorry. Our overview, our objectives, our target audience, unique selling points, financial and marketing strategies. So I'm going to send it over to my colleague right now.
So, what is Wasadi? Wasadi is a series of technological systems put in place to bridge the gap of information and service between our public communities and our private sector, which earn low incomes.
Okay, so our information systems consist of two parts. The first one being the digital, or rather the virtual, and the second one being the physical. So the physical aspect is whereby we're placing physical information systems in public facilities. The public facilities being your clinics, public schools, and development centers or community centers in our community. The virtual, that is where we have our web application. The web application is divided into three sections. We are tackling the parent side and young women, or rather women, and also, please help me, the health practitioner or the medical practice. And I'm now handing over to my colleague.
So with the Wasadi website, the Wasadi website will provide the public access to information. It will have a chat room whereby users can be able to engage with people who are their peers or are in similar situations with them. It will also have a chat box where you are able to communicate with an AI and relay questions that you are too embarrassed to ask in public. We will also have an SOS and helpline button because we know that we have a global problem of GBV and people always need help and they need easy access to help. Our SOS button will connect them to services that can then provide help or emergency services. We are also going to have with our public's information systems, which are going to be stations that are kind of like ATMs. You're going to be able to ask the machine a question about either contraceptives or periods in general, and it's going to give you a slip like paper in return, which will have information which you will need for either contraceptives or whatever subject that you're asking it about.
Looking at our target audience, we'll be covering young women, where women will be able to get all the information about the following: menstruation, fertility, hormones, and contraceptives. Coming to parents, parents will be able to receive informative ways to have open conversations with their children about sexual education and orientation. And coming to medical practitioners can get access to the information they've been lacking or did not have access to it and upskill themselves.
Okay, now we're moving on to the unique selling points. Basically, it's just the competitive advantage. Am I audible? Yes. Okay, moving on to the unique selling points. Basically, our competitive advantage or why our product is different compared to the other products that are already out there. The first one, our app, or rather information system, is LGBTIQ inclusive. We are committed to creating an inclusive and affirming spaces where LGBTQIA plus parents feel supported, valued, empowered in their parenting journey. We also offer comprehensive and reliable information. Basically, we offer accurate information, and also we have up-to-date information on contraceptives, fertility, and hormones. Also, we offer a support system for people who have been or are abused in all forms, basically just GBV awareness. Next slide, please. Over you, Susan. Okay, so with regards to our financial viability, We aim at so the Busadi app aims at trusted partners to have the opportunity to advertise their products or services through pay-per-click advertising. This form of advertising allows partners to display targeted ads within the app. In collaboration with trusted partners as well, the Busadi app will feature surveys that users can participate in. These surveys are designed to gather valuable insights and feedback on various topics related to reproductive health, women's empowerment, and related subjects. So, furthermore, the Busadi app will offer exclusive information, courses, and step-by-step guides on the topics at hand. With regards to our financial viability, we will also look at targeting medical aid systems and retail outlets. So with that, we are going to create a card system in which our clients can use at the information stations, which will have a reward system for our clients. So in turn, that will come to our marketing strategies. So we are going to use our partners' already set clientele, of which we are going to of which we are going to use. So we are going to be advertising our product at till slips, where we will also be giving free Busadi cards, of which they can use at our stations. And along that, we will be adding our Busadi system as a package inside of medical aid to provide discounts on medical services and also on getting free sanitary free sanitary products and protection products. So yes, and we will furthermore be targeting our NGO partners, where we will have a pad drive. So we will have pad drop-offs at our information stations, where we will be giving them to our NGO partners, where they can go into communities and give to children who don't have access to sanitary items. And yes.
So before we carry on, the information stations will be stationed at public facilities, so public schools, clinics. If you are too scared to talk to a nurse, you will be able to use the information system to then get information about whatever it is that you want to ask them, but are too scared.
Okay, so now we move on to the part 2 of our presentation, being the demo. So my fellow colleague Gloria will take us through that.
So this is a demonstration of what our app will, this is a demonstration of our app, right? Okay, so this is our app, right? The moment you click the link, our application is going to be a web application. The moment you click the link, you are going to then be taken to a homepage which will tell us about what Busadi is. And if you still want to learn more information and this information is not sufficient, it's going to take you to a document which then explains Busadi in full. The second part of our app is going to let you choose an option. So you are either going to be a parent, a woman or girl, or a medical practitioner. Other than that, you might just be wanting information and not really wanting to sign up to the app. So you can just click the information button and it will take you to a website specifically designed to give you information about menstruation, contraceptives, fertility, and hormones. Yeah. So say you are a woman or a girl. The first thing that you need to do is you're going to need to sign up. So we're going to ask you for your basic details so we keep your information so that next time when you come to the website, you don't necessarily need to sign up over and over again. If you're a woman or a girl, you're going to probably need a period checker or you're going to need family planning. So family planning will assist with giving you information about contraceptives that you can use to prevent pregnancy, or if you are pregnant, services that you can use within sites where you reside. We're also going to have chat rooms and info sites if you still need information and you have gone past the homepage. And we're also going to have a journal where you can actually express yourself if you kind of feel like there's something that is going on and you need to just write it down somewhere. We have a journal, and also you are able to book health appointments. So if you are too scared to go into the clinic and say, I'm here to get a contraceptive, you can easily just book it and get to the clinic and just they know what you're there for immediately. I would have loved to present the rest of our app, but that is it. Thank you.
Can we get questions for them quickly? One question max.
Only one question. Okay, so the trusted partners to advertise products, have you given any thought to the criteria that you will be using for a trusted partner? How would you pick them? How would you pick them? Who would you approach?
What do you think is a trusted partner? Okay, so a trusted partner would be obviously partners in which can allow us to target our audience, so being the public sector and obviously the lower income private sector. So people that can afford medical services and those that can't. So we wouldn't go to a Discovery, for example, because they've got their own it's a high level public. So we would then also, with regards to PEP, our outlets, for example, we would use retail outlets such as PEP or ShopRite, because we know that those are the retail outlets that the public sector is using, and so they will be easier to they will make it easier for us to engage the targets in which we have in mind. I don't know if that answers the question.
Thank you. All right, so I was told that I must give you guys a heads up when you are going to present. So next, I believe we'll have Rise Innovators. After that, we'll have 404. Now we're not found. Yes. And Sound Hackers in that order. So guys, please be aware that you have 5 minutes to present, 3 minutes for your slideshow, and 2 minutes for a demonstration.
Good day, everyone. Is everyone okay? Please bear with me if my names get the better of me, but I'm hoping my presentation shall be to your satisfaction.
Yes.
So my name is Mbegezeli,
I'm Gladys. I'm Tandazile.
and I'm Tapel, and we are the Rise Innovators. Now, my colleagues have asked me to invite you all to consider the alarming stats that were mentioned by our keynote speakers in yesterday's address, and how those stats paint a very dire picture as to the prevalence of the many negatives, shall I say, linked with human sexual and reproductive health. Some that Rick mentioned is, of course, the risk of contracting sexually transmitted diseases, and, well, the more undesirables, which is things such as unwanted pregnancies. So the thing, next day. Now, this will be our agenda for the day. So please, next slide. Now, modern society presents all of us with pressures to keep up with the day-to-day things that we sometimes miss the essentials. And in the case of our solution that we want to propose, we're thinking of young women and teenage girls who forget to take their contraceptives if they are on birth control, and tracking your cycle. Slide. So our solution that we would like to propose is the Smart Fem bracelet, which is a rechargeable, solar-powered rubber wristband made of recyclable materials, which will have in it an embedded chip that will help you track your cycle, serve as a reminder for if you are on birth control, to remind you of the times when you need to take your contraceptives, and also remind you that you have taken a responsible step by either being on birth control or keeping track of your menstrual cycle. Right. The key features. So I have mentioned that it will be solar powered, made of recyclable materials, will have an embedded chip that will make it vibrate, make a sound as a reminder, depending on how you set it. Oh yes, it is solar powered, I mentioned. It allows you to have a support partner that can also register under your profile so as to help you for when you do not have your bracelet and you need a reminder. However, it is also coupled with an app. And the app essentially allows you to track your menstrual cycle and also give education to the young girls who have only just begun their menage, so that they can be comfortable knowing that they have all the necessary information regarding their sexual and reproductive health. Okay. So what impact will our solution have? First thing, for those who have only just recently reached their menage, it will help them keep track of their periods. Imagine the situation of a young girl who only has been on a menage for the past 2 months and then runs into that sad situation of having to stand up in class and we all know what happens, right? So it will help in that regard. Also, we have this education drive that we think will be very important. For we are not only trying to teach the young women or the young girls, we are also trying to reteach the health services providers as well, in terms of how to deal with young ladies when it comes to sexual and reproductive health issues. So our target market would be, firstly, teenage girls who are only beginning their menage, and young women who have been experiencing their cycles and have had issues with either forgetting their cycle, and also women who are on contraceptives who have trouble remembering when to take their contraceptive. Another thing, as we were looking at our product, we realized that we have a unique selling point in that because you can program your bracelet to remind you of your specific times when to take your medication. Imagine the uses for people taking chronic medication. Your grandmother, who sometimes doesn't have you around to take the medication, can have this bracelet to remind them. So I did mention that it will be coupled by an app, and because of time, I will only mention the key things. The menstrual cycle tracking, menstrual cycle tracking. We also have your contraceptive reminder and also education. So now the next thing would be the impact we would like to have. We would like for society to be re-educated in terms of sexual reproductive health, and so that we can remove the stigma. And one of the key things that we want is, that's why we made it a menstrual cycle tracker and also a contraceptive reminder. Because if every young girl is wearing it, nobody will judge her for being sexually active and being on contraceptives. But instead, it's her taking the responsible decision and keeping up with her reproductive health issues. So now I would like to pass over to my colleague for presentation of our app. Thank you, guys. My name's Courtney.
Hello, guys. Am I audible? It's fine. Okay. So this is the web app. Cool. Web app. Also, it comes with there's also like a mobile app for it. So we made it so that a wider range of users can use this. And then, okay, it starts off like this. We have the read more section where users can now look at basically the types of contraceptive methods, because not everyone uses, like, not everyone can keep track of like the pills they take, or people live different lifestyles and are on different types of medication that might have a conflict with these other methods. So for example, a user can click on this, and then this is where you know more about the contraceptive, and then how to use it, the side effects, the treatment, and also like just additional information. But also, since we're not like the Department of Health, we also like have a hyperlink here, which if you click it, then it takes you to like resources of like official documentation by the Department of Health, which takes you through like a detailed guide through contraceptives and such. Okay. And also we have a pricing plan basically. So for the most basic, the starter plan is free, but then now there's features like it basically has the basic features, and also you get a free band, but also a free wristband, but also there's ads on the premium, on the basic one, so that it also generates money for the company. And there's also the advanced plan and the premium plan, which the prices vary because of like the more features. Basically, the more features you get, the more you pay. And then there's also an annual plan. And then let's go to home, and this is basically how the wristband will look. It's just a slideshow, and you can also, we have a contact us button where you can actually email us about like whatever concern that you have regarding the wristband, whether malfunctions or just being just inquiring. Yeah. So, and we also have a newsletter that you could also subscribe to, just to keep you informed and in touch. And also, yeah, I think that's about it for me.
And because of my nerves, I forgot to mention something very important. In terms of finances, how we intend to finance our project. Firstly, we would like to collaborate with the National Health Department and other private and civil health services providers. Another thing that we're looking at, because of the cost of production, we do not know how much it would cost us to make the chip into the band. So we're looking at collaborating with original equipment manufacturers who maybe will get an equity share in us, or maybe will produce them under license from us. And that is how we're planning to finance it. Another thing on the app, as he mentioned, the basic tier will come with sponsored ads and targeted ads. Another thing that we're looking at is, of course, we're going to be sharing the analytics. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much to Rise Innovators. Do we have questions for them?
Yes, one question. So how do you envision the bracelet? Must it connect to the app, be touch responsive, or does it have any other input?
Thank you very much for the question. My colleague here wants to answer.
Uh, Thank you. It will be attached to the app. Like for instance, we didn't mention this. Like for instance, we said we are targeting also even the old people that maybe they have chronic diseases. So for them, we come up with a solution of they can register through the USSD. Yes, because some that don't have smartphones, but they have to be, everyone who's using this belt or who have this must be registered.
And to add on to that, the basic tier will not have a touchable, clickable interface. However, the premium feature will have. So with the premium, we're looking at addressing, or at least is catering for the niche market by making it something that you can customize yourself by having different types of designs, and it will have a clickable, programmable interface. But that one will be the one that will cost money.
All right. Let us say thank you to Rise Innovators. The next team is 404. Is it name not found? The handwriting here. Just to remind the teams, please look at me when I signal that time is up, and please kindly respect it because we have a lot of teams still to go. Thank you.
Okay, hi everyone. I was convinced that we won't have this happening, but anyways. My name is Gugu Mokwena, right? I am one of the members of for Name Not Found. And for this presentation, I'll be Jane Doe. Cool. Can we just carry on without the slides? I don't know, not to waste any time, right? Firstly, I just want to introduce my team. We consist of 5 of us. There is Rifilo Bashile, who worked on the dev side of things. There is me, which was project management, and also UI UX dev. I was everywhere. Then there was Comfort and Zandile. They were part of the research. And then there is Sam, who is our business analyst. So she came up with our business model. So for our solution, we chose a solution that consists of both of those challenges actually merged together. So the user will be able to also learn and be educated about what they want to be educated about in terms of the health system, including menstruation, fertility, hormones, and all of them. And then also healthcare providers as well will be educated through that. And with a small aspect of data involved. Okay, cool. So our problem statement, right, we asked ourselves, okay, what solution can we come up with, like, where we can just get rid of where people are and still be able to get the healthcare education they need. That's the first one. The second one is, okay, how can we get healthcare providers educated not only by the things that are like the healthcare things, but themselves as well. What people think about them and the input that other people might get from them. Then we came up with a solution called CAVA, right? CAVA stands for Psycho Vitality and Awareness. It means be smart, right? The plug to your healthcare. So what CAVA does is it bridges the communication, it creates a bridge between the communication of healthcare providers and any individual that needs whatever information they do. And then users will be able to have those information in their fingertips. So it's as easy as sending a post and getting feedback. And then health care professions as well. Still nothing. Cool. Healthcare professions as well will get input and feedback, meaning that data is a big portion of our product. We collect data in terms of knowing what people are impacted, what questions are they asking, what questions are trending. You know what I mean? As false information, there will be something that is now being extracted out. Data. That's all I have to say. Sam, would you walk us through the business model?
Hi guys, I go by the name of Sam. I was responsible for the business model. So the business model is basically going to be based in universities. That's the target area right now because we already have within those institutions a controlled population of women that are actively using clinics that are provided by the university. But now, how do we use that? Because they are always busy in classes. It allows them to be able to book an appointment with the clinical practitioner in the clinic, and then they will know what is required for them the next time they show up. We will be able to bridge the gap and see other factors that health, sorry, I'm a bit nervous, the health set.
Okay, so our unique point. Let me just think our unique point. So what makes our app unique is that because of, okay, it's a website, yes, but because of data, right? We might be solving problems now, right? But if we gather more data with the problems that we're trying to solve, we can identify more problems. You understand? So this, in terms of scalability, can go on for years and years and years and years. Because the more people we gain into the website, the more collection of data, the more areas to identify, the more effect of getting improving some sort of sector. So that's the biggest unique point.
And another unique point is health practitioners don't know what we as their clients are experiencing due to their service. Because sometimes I might want to go to the clinic, but there's only one doctor who made me feel funny. So on the side, I'll have the opportunity to rate the doctor, sorry for the word, but to give feedback on his on his service and how I felt that one appointment was best useful.
Trends. So, okay, let's go through our presentation. Oh, and judges, we did send our business model and everything that is not here through an email to you guys. Okay, cool. This is sad. Okay, yay. There we go. Cool. So, because we really wanted to focus on the real thing that we're trying to uh, show. Okay, when we built this, we used JavaScript base, super base for our database, and React, and GitHub. So we did this from scratch. So when a healthcare, when your individual lands or a healthcare provider, they land on this landing page, they can log in and gather whatever information, meaning their name, their demographics, where they are, all of that information. Yeah. Cool. And then get started. I think I'm pregnant. Cool. Then I can choose by tagging, right? So I can actually write and choose whatever tag I want to. So depending on that, it just trending. There's a drop down arrow for that as well. So I can go through the tags and maybe choose, I'm gonna choose female health if female health is the one trending. Cool. Oh, MacBook. Oh, MacBook. Okay, female health. And then also things that they can see within that is current, meaning that healthcare providers, at least you'll know what Cinnamilk is when we go through that. So you know what face information is being given and you can give us feedback in terms of that. There's also, and there's blogs as well, the user. Okay, going back, I'm gonna ask my questions again, and then I ask it. So with private, they give question of successfully. With private, what it means is that the post that you're giving providers, but none of the people. So you don't have to be judged in any way, right? So this is a safe space. Cool. Now, when we go to the health provider side, cool. When we get here, this is what they see. It's a dashboard. Not everything is implemented, but I'll just walk you through what happens. The impact point is how many people they've helped, and they actually like and recommend that person so they can see what impact they're doing and how many people they've impacted for them. The pending tasks is now the questions that are pending. People have asked them, then they can come here and assign themselves to the question and then answer that user within whatever question they may have. Cool. There's the question, and then they assign themselves and the tags as well. Then completed tasks is the task or questions they have completed in general or answered. The number of blogs they've posted during this whole thing they hear, and they can also see the trending, current trending, and the topics being spoken about. So because of data, you can actually see that in terms of menstruation, 45% of the topics that I've been talking about is about that. Then going down, here you can see my question, what should I do? There it is. Yeah, and then the feedback, the people that they've helped and the feedback that they give them to say, okay, Dr. Machine, what she does is this and this and this and this. Other people can see this information, which means if they feel like this person is being judgmental to them, they can post it and another person can see it and they can actually choose another healthcare professional. And then if we do link up with the health council, they can see what type of people they are producing in terms of the healthcare center. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for 404 name not found?
No questions.
No questions. All right. We will thank you 404. And then now to give space 3 minutes for presentation.
Hello, everybody. Okay, I'm audible. Hi. Our team's name we are called Sound Hackers. Okay. It is actually intended to be a pun kind of thing because we do have a bit of someone who is of a disability, and we are intending to actually bridge the gap in terms of communication through technology. So that is what we're about. Hello. Okay, okay. Hi. So we're gonna start our presentation. So we're just gonna dive straight into pitching our business plan and which is our pitch deck in a sense, right? So we are a team. We created an app called Wise Up. So the intention behind it is to actually raise awareness and educate people, and as well as be very informative to healthcare professionals themselves. Sound Hackers, which is us, is in software development, and which we are basically all about bridging the gap between public services and healthcare. So I'm going to go straight into the development of the app and show you how it kind of works like. Yes. So this is the landing page. That was the beginning of the landing page. The next page, when you go into it, we have our mission, vision, and value statements, which is currently right now we aim basically to bridge the gap in terms of communication. So basically, what kind of makes us unique is that we're trying to actually let everybody know that you can choose us in terms of having to upskill the population and tell them about how to do certain things. So this is where we're going to go to our features. So our app has basically, these are our main features, and where we have a feature called tracking cycle, prevention methods, therapy and consulting, a med center near me, rise up education and stakeholders. So our tracking cycle is intended to basically track the cycle of whenever someone is going through their menstruation cycle. So we start from the beginning and all the way to the end. And here, see that our goal behind this is to tell you guys how to actually learn a skill. So we actually teach you whenever you actually click on the button we just clicked on right now, when we tracking your cycle, it can take you to a calendar and shows you, okay, from the moment you start your periods and where your ovulation will go into. Yeah. Let's go back a bit. Okay, then we have basically various methods such as prevention methods, where when you click on the button, basically what it's going to do is we're going to tell you on how we can prevent ways from getting pregnant, or how to using various methods such as contraceptives. What's it called? We've got kind of what is this again? Morning after pills and various other methods. Okay, then we also have a part of our app that has something that has what we have to do with therapy and consulting, where you get to actually speak to online with a verified doctor, where they get to register. They will have a page with the doctor. By clicking on the profile, you get to see the doctor's information and having various ways to actually verify if this person is legit. So this is the nutshell of our app. What it does, it basically it has 6 basic main features, and the whole point behind it is that we want to actually teach the population on how to learn certain skills specifically in healthcare, so that you don't actually have to go to doctors and all other various places. There is an app that is available so that if you want to learn how to do something, you click on it, it will give you information regarding certain things, specifically in women's healthcare. So that is the reason why you should actually go with us. Is there any questions? So before we go into the questions, let us go back to the section. The other one. On the okay. So just to sum up basically what we will be doing is that these are we have our product and futures. We have something called tech and cycle prevention methods, therapy, consulting, a vet center near me that will help you see the nearest places where you can actually find medical services. Then we have something another feature which is called Rise Up Education, which is centered around educating specifically anyone and including healthcare professionals about the latest updates and trends that are happening. So in our app, there was a place where you get to actually post certain articles as a healthcare professional, so that whether you are from a Northwest or province like Gauteng, whether from your private or public clinic, you are still up to date with the latest medical things that are still being used. So ideally, behind the whole implementation of this is that we recognize that at the end of the day, there's a conversation that we haven't been having a lot, and that we want to actually use our app, the National Health Services and government professions, so that we can actually start implementing and helping patients, female specifically, to talk with doctors using this act. Yeah, do you guys have any questions?
Okay, there's a question.
Oh yeah. So the financial viability of their product.
Financial viability of a product. Okay. So how we plan to okay, when you say financial viability, what do you mean by that exactly?
Okay, how do you plan on funding this? How do you plan on generating an income from this? Things like that.
Oh, okay. Okay, so because our app is centered around having to have other companies also advertise on it, that is one of the ways to keep it operating on an operational level and maintenance wise, right? And but besides from that is that we're intending to use like a subscription-based type of model where like if once you're on the app, whenever you actually get to engage with healthcare professionals, you get to that's how like, based on how this NHI act will go, we hope that government will end up funding these things so that it ends up becoming free to the public. Yeah.
All right. So
That's a good question we would ask again. Yes.
So I believe there are no questions from the judges. Okay, so we will say thank you to Sound Hackers. Thank you so much for your presentation. Okay, thank you guys so much. We have come to the end of our in-person program. I was told we will not be finalizing the results today. But what we will do is we will allow all the in-person participants to go home and home in time safely and all of those stuff. And then what we will do is we will ask you to please remain on the communication channels so that we can communicate on the judging, who has won. And I am told that the winning team will be brought back here so that they can receive their prizes and yeah, some photo, all of that wonderful stuff. So I think and I believe that this concludes our hackathon for in person, unless if you have something to say. All right, so we will still be continuing with the virtual participants. Yeah, thank you so much. If I can have Mika to set up the virtual participants. So if you guys can just hang around for a few minutes for
Good afternoon, all. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Fabulous at the back, Debs. Wonderful. So, I'm the most blessed person in the building today. I get to say thank you. The guy that gets to say thank you is usually, how can I say, featured with all the good stuff that have taken place over the last 2 days. So, in no particular order, but with reverence and respect, we'll start with Mr. Colin Tyra. Thank you for having the courage to launch this project. Thank you for setting it up and for leading as you always do. EPF, for your efforts, thank you very much. We really appreciate it.